Don't forget to join our monthly shout out giveaway. All you need to do is subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment to get into the video. Hey guys, welcome to Film Mania. We all have seen how scary Stranger Things was, especially when it comes to the Upside Down and the Demigorgon. But have you actually wondered what it looks like behind the scenes while the scenes were being filmed? Here is how Stranger Things will be like without the special effects. The Demigorgon. The Duffer Brothers intended to use very little CGI in the series to make things look as real as possible. You all have seen how eerie and spooky the Demigorgon was in the series. Actually, the Demigorgon was a man wearing a not so scary Demigorgon suit behind the camera. The actor, Mark Staker, played the part of the scary monster from Upside Down. He used his own arms to move the long arms, and it was covered in green because it's easier to remove it in post-production. He worked in such roles previously in many movies like World War Z and Aliens. But to differentiate the Demigorgon from other monsters, the Duffer Brothers used the shark's mouth effect from the popular movie Jaws to make it even scarier. The Upside Down. This part is truly amazing for how they use the practical and digital effects to transform the real world to look like another dimension. The original shoots were done in original locations and studios, but then after the shoot, the whole place was scanned and then removed to put the CGI effects to make it look like a place from out of the world. It was a difficult job. The real things were replaced with meticulous 3D models. The home of the Byers was a practical set that was used for many locations in the Upside Down. The sets were designed in such a way that all the walls could be removed and also allows the CG team to enhance with practical effects. Some of the black dimension effects were down while shooting inside a water tank, and the spores in the Upside Down were also mostly computer generated. The spores at first were thought to be put practically, but it caused a problem for the actors, so 90% of the things that you see in the series are CGI effects. Demo Dogs. In the series, Dart the Demigorgon was found by Dustin and he petted it and raised it without knowing the monster it will become later on. At first, Dart looked quite cute as a small tadpole. If you have noticed closely, it has no eyes and ears. So this was the most challenging part of the CGI team because they had to make it look like communicating with Dustin with its body language. Dart eventually changed slowly from a cute little tadpole-like creature into a dark-skinned demo dog later on. The CGI team did the change as slowly as possible to make it look real, as its tail becomes shorter and it gets dark-skinned and scary. While shooting, Dustin had to hold something to make it look like he was carrying Dart. To make it more realistic, jelly props were used. Though it did look cute at first, later it turned out to be a scary monster with a flower-like eerie mouth opening. The movements of the demo dogs were inspired by Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park, the Velociraptors. The most difficult part was when Sean got attacked and chewed by a bunch of demo dogs in the series. Some of it was inspired by the Lord of the Rings Gollum part, and it was shot 80 times before they could actually figure out the perfect shot from every angle. The Mind Flayer. The main monster at the end of season 1 was all CGI, and there was no practical part involved in the making of this big bad monster. Graf was told to make a touch like the 80s according to the Stranger Things fashion. So that is why we witnessed all the fleshy and gooey flesh-like creatures that are a hybrid between a creature and the effect of stimulation of traveling goops. The most hilarious part while shooting is probably the part when Nancy was attacked by the Mind Flayer and Jonathan had to attract its attention in order to save her. It's just funny as hell to watch the maker wearing the suit and dragging a ladder, and while he bumped his head in one of the cameras, he was wearing a big ball like a helmet on his head while doing the scene. This helmet is a special visual effect helmet that is used later by the post-production team to see all the light sources and create perfect shadow effects, which was used perfectly to imitate the Mind Flayer's monster effect. This was extremely difficult though. Paul Graf revealed that the team had been working for 12 months 24/7 and they never stopped. The part when Will was possessed by the Mind Flayer had like 11 CGI effects and he was only surrounded by a green screen and propellers while he was making faces.